Hi everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back to share with you guys my first project using my design team package that I received. I think that was the last video that I posted. If you haven't seen that, I will make sure to link that up in the cards up top as well as in the description box so you guys can see and check out the products that I've received to work with. So I do apologize for getting this video out a little bit late simply because it has been so hot here in Southern California and my craft room is upstairs and I do not have central air, so it's really hard to kind of breathe and be up here. So with all that being said, make sure to check the description box. It will have a link to all of the supplies that I used. If they are not from Beebeecraft and they do carry it, I will also link to that product if Beebeecraft carries it, if it was something that I used from my stash. Also, my discount code will be down below as well so that you guys can save a little bit of money on your next purchase. And let's go ahead and get started. I will first share with you the products that I used and then share what I created with them. So first, I did use some of these baking painted glass beads. This was actually from my first design team package, and I love these. These are 8mm. I also did use quite a few of these bead caps. It comes in this cute tin, and there are 6 different types of bead caps. I used 2 different ones from this. I also did use these Crackle beads. These are the 6mm. There are so much in here. You can make a ton of projects with just this one box. And lastly, the 80 seed beads from Beebeecraft. And I did use these to create a bracelet, and I used several different colors in here, but they're so easy to work with because the holes are a little bit bigger. So that came in really handy. And this is what I used to create the bracelet that I'm about to show you. This is not from Beebeecraft, but I will make sure to link something similar. And this was great to use when I was stringing all of these seed beads. So here is my first project. It is a seed bead bracelet, and I forgot to bring this pack of these rose gold beads. I believe these are the 4mm. I will make sure to link that in the description box, and I did go over it on my unboxing video. But I took those seed beads and I used the white, the gray, and the aqua green type of color, and this is the first type of this kind of bracelet that I've ever made, but I think it's so cute. Let me go ahead and put it on. And I actually used a magnetic clasp. I don't know if you're like me, but I have a hard time doing one-handed things, so I thought a magnetic clasp was the easiest way to get this on and off. I also added a couple of charms from my stash just to give it a little bit more interest. And I just love the pops of the rose gold, and I just kind of put them sporadically. I didn't count the seed beads in between, but essentially what I did was I took that beading wire and I created 6 separate strands. 3 of them were just the solid colors of the seed beads themselves. So I have a gray one, an aqua one, and a white one. And then the other 3 are the ones that I created with sort of like a pattern, but I was just grabbing them and no rhyme or reason, and I like the kind of sporadicness of it, if you will. I did make it a little bit too big for my wrist. If you can see that gap. When I was first making it, I thought I did have it measured right, but Then after I was done with all of those, I just kind of braided it. And there's really no pattern. I just thought it was fun. So that is my seed bead bracelet. And because these are 8/0 seed beads, they do have a little bit of weight to them, and I like that. So they don't feel light and kind of like it's gonna fall off your wrist. But I think it came out really cute. Let me know what you guys think. So that is my first project. And then I also did create a purse charm. And this is totally inspired by Nurse Tara 04. And she had done these years ago, and this is actually the first one that I created. So here is my purse charm. It is actually more like a mini version because of the beads that I was using. And I did actually wire wrap every single one of these beads. And really, at first, there was a lot of them that I needed to cut off because they just were not coming out. But really, the more you do them in succession, the better you get at them. So if you haven't tried bead wrapping, they make the bead really secure, and I love the look of them. If you guys can see that. So I just have a large heart clasp up at the top, and this came from my stash. And then I took some 20 gauge wire and wire wrapped it to the clasp, and I had this Lampwork bead from my stash, and this is really where I got my color scheme from. So it had the blue and then the pink from the rose and then the little hints of green, and that's why I brought in these green beads. And these are the kind of the two-tone crackle beads that I showed you in this set. So there are these right here. These blue ones came from here, so I just pulled the blue aqua ones out. And then at the top here, I did add a couple of, or a few charms. Here I have a bee and 2 flowers, just to add a little bit of something at the top. I also did add 2 really semi-transparent like pink beads, and with another one of my Lampwork beads in the center. You know what I forgot to do? I actually was going to hang a charm. That's why I have a loop down here, and I totally forgot. So I'll add that later. But I basically followed Tara's, it wasn't really a tutorial, it was more of a process video, but she goes over how she puts all this together. And besides these green crackle beads, I also use the pink and clear ones on every other one. And I did about 4 layers of each one of these. So I think it came out super cute. Let me know if you guys have made these before. They're fun, and surprisingly they weren't as time consuming as I thought they were. Oh, and I forgot to mention, on the bottoms of each one of these that I wire wrapped, I did use the bead caps that I shared with you guys. So they came from here, and I put them on the bottom just so that they would have a little bit more little pizzazz to them. So I think this came out super cute. I love the colors. You guys know me, I love my blue, but I did want to incorporate some other colors in with it. So those are my 2 projects that I created with the items from Beebeecraft. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you guys will check out the links below, and they have a ton of options for you guys to choose from. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you guys really soon in another video. Bye everyone.